Oh, wow, this is new. Okay, so this is a live unboxing and first impressions of the HAUTE LUXE, oh well, the Roja HAUTE LUXE. Okay, hello. I cannot believe there's people up at this time. I thought I'd do a live at this time because either A, in Australia, they'd be asleep, or A, or B, somewhere else they would be still asleep or just waking up. So I guess it didn't work. So there's already a couple of people joined. Thanks for joining. Okay. So yeah, I've got HAUTE LUXE. HAUTE LUXE, HAUTE LUXE. It's the collection called HAUTE LUXE, and the fragrance is called Roja, just named after the perfumer himself and the person who is in question, Roger Dove. And yeah, and I thought it's a pretty big deal. So I thought I'd do a live just to do first impressions and an unboxing of it. So yeah, I guess before we kick off, I mean, you got to get the elephant. You got to talk about the elephant in the room here, and that is the cost of the bottle. It's $4,500 Australian for a 100 ml bottle of this. So it's pretty expensive when you compare it to other fragrances. Is it worth it? Is usually the question that gets asked when something costs this much compared to other fragrances. Not if you're talking purely from a value-based judgment, because then the answer is going to be no. But I can probably tell you. What can I tell you about that? I mean, I can probably tell you this without even like smelling it. That it's going to be no if you're going to judge it purely based on value. I mean, is a Lamborghini worth $600,000? It's 20 times the price of a Toyota Camry. Is it 20 times faster? No. Will you still get stuck in traffic with it? Yes. I mean, the point I'm making is that price is not a factor at this level. I mean, the people who are in the market for a Lambo aren't scrimping and saving for a Lamborghini, and just like the people in the market for a fragrance like this, an ultra luxury fragrance, they're not scrimping and saving for it, hopefully, to get a bottle of this. Yeah, I find that pretty weird because, yeah, okay, I won't digress. I mean, the point is that price is simply irrelevant here because it's purely an emotive decision. It's a limbic system decision. It's the part of your brain that deals with the decision making process. And because of this, I know this even without smelling it. I know that I'm not going to be disappointed, even if it isn't to my taste. And anyone who tells you that this fragrance is not epic is bullshitting you, and that's the truth of the matter. Okay, so the other question is, did I just drop $4,500 on a bottle of fragrance? No, this is a blind buy, and I'm not stupid. So the opportunity came for me to purchase a travel spray, and so I did. I got one. It's a 7.5 ml bottle of a parfum, which I think, was quite reasonably priced. Now, could I have spent my hard-earned money on buying a full bottle of a different niche fragrance? Yeah, I could have. So why would I buy the travel spray? Well, let me put it to you like this. Again, with the Lamborghinis, I don't know why, but am I in the market for a Lamborghini? No. Would I like one? Yes. Can I afford one? Not at the moment. Which reminds me, you should all subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. That might help me get to the Lamborghini because you're not subscribed enough. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh yeah. So would I? Can I afford it? No, but would I take the chance to rent one for a fraction of the price and just not burn, take it for a spirited drive, let's say? Yes, I would. I would do that because I'm a collector. Yes, I may be a collector, but I don't collect things. I collect experiences, and that's what this is going to be right now. This is an experience, and I'm going to be having this experience, and you're sharing it with me live. Okay, so here we go. Also, I should also caveat this by saying that I'm not trying to be like your typical reviewer. I'm not trying to get technical with the names of the chemicals that are in here or the aroma chemicals that are in here. I'm not even going to talk about the accords or the notes that people talk about. If you want note listings, you can always have a look at them if they mean anything to you on Fragrantica or Parfumo, or even the Roja Parfums website. Yeah. So, hey, Lewis. Yeah, so basically, I'm just probably going to talk in the way that I talk about fragrances, which is really, really, really candidly and stupidly. Okay. The outer sleeve, it's just your regular, it looks like it's just your regular Roja Travel Atomizer packaging with the outer sleeve. And here we go. Now, I got this delivered many hours ago today, and I've been patiently waiting. I've not even sprayed it yet because I really wanted to, I don't know, have the reaction live for the first time ever for the blind buy. So here it is, encased in its sort of, I don't know, goldish sort of packaging there. Regular. I love these. These are actually really good ideas in that you don't get 2 mils, which you do with regular sort of sample sets and things. These travel atomizers are damn good value, and I think looking at the longevity of a fragrance like this, which and when I said I was going to do this, a few people reached out and they said, oh, hey, this is one of my favorite fragrances. It lasts forever and a day. So I think that this will go a really long way, unless I decide that I love it so much that I'm going to actually invest in a full bottle, which I really shouldn't be so frivolous with my hard-earned cash. Okay, so I'm all clean. I had my bi-monthly or bi-yearly shower, so got nothing on here. So I'm just going to give it a bit of a spritz. And looking at the actual straw in here, it does not look like it has been sprayed. So it's brand spanking new. And nope. I think that may have been enough. Oh. Oh. That's like that smells kind of it smells kind of familiar, you know? Like it's a familiar, but it's like a modern version of familiar. That's what I'm getting here anyway. But like I know familiar has some kind of like negative connotations with it because familiarity is related to like complacency, etc. But that's not this. This is the type like this excited feeling that you get when you know that you're going to experience something that you've experienced before that was really pleasurable, that you had a good time with before. Like maybe like you just booked holidays. You just booked like flight tickets for an overseas trip to your favorite place, to your favorite holiday destination. It's that kind of exciting. It's real now. You're going to go there. You got to start planning. You got to start imagining all the things that you want to do, and so that's exciting, right? That kind of familiarity. So excitement of familiarity is, you could say the top note is of excitement. But it's not a prolonged excitement, because what I smelled right there off, it was like a burst of something. And it seems to have like faded heavily into the background. Almost like a firework in the night sky. That's, sort of like bursting, and you're watching its wonderful colors as it sort of fades down into the familiarity of your city skyline or something like that. It's a fleeting moment in time. Okay. I don't know how long I'm going to live stream for. I've not done one of these Instagram live things before, so please be patient with me if I'm not doing it right, or if I'm blabbering on too much. But I think this is going to take multiple wearings, as with many different other Rojas that I have smelled previously. In that initially I was even some of them where I was like, I don't really know about this, and why would anybody want to wear this? This is actually my least favorite Roja that I smelled, and over time it became my most favorite, and now I'm considering buying a full bottle of it, and it's playing on my mind a little bit. And I hope I hope this doesn't happen with this, because then that's going to be one hell of an investment. But it's really familiar. It's oddly familiar. It's like it's taking me a little bit back into time, but like if you're trying to reconstruct an image of something right now, of something that you remembered before, and you're putting modern sensibilities to it, and you're painting that picture of the past with the tools that you have today. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like those dudes that you see. I don't know if you guys have been out, but it's kind of like those guys that you see when you go to, like, open spaces where artists sort of, or maybe on the city streets where you have the buskers and artists, and you have one of those guys that, I don't know if you've seen them, but they paint with like really broad and sort of weird brush strokes, and you don't actually see what they or understand what they're painting until they get to like the final couple of brushstrokes, and then they like maybe turn their canvas upside down, and then you realize that they've been painting your face the whole time, and you didn't realize it because you were concentrating on the individual brushstrokes instead of zooming out to look at the actual piece of art that was being created in front of you. So it kind of feels like this is, at the moment anyway, individual brushstrokes that feels like with every sniff though, they're sort of coming together to form this image. Oh my God. I knew I would like it. I didn't think that I would be. That opening though, yeah, that opening, it's like shimmering almost. It's like, oh, it's like not the sun, but like the moon, a moonlit body of water with a slight wave. It's kind of like that. And that, like I said, disappears pretty damn quick. Man, it feels like it's heavy but light at the same time. It's sort of juxtaposed in that regard. And I don't even know how this is possible. Okay. I can pretty much sense what's going to come in the base. It's just going to be that familiar, like what I was mentioning before, that familiarity. And any of you who've been around on this planet for more than 3 or 4 decades, you may also get this feeling. Not maybe from your personal experience, but maybe from the people around you, maybe some of the older family around you. You may have smelled something similar to this, but it certainly feels like it's those scents as they're related, but they're kind of distant, because this feels like more, it's like a HD version of that. It's like this super high definition, crisp version of that familiarity. And somehow I'm actually getting a resemblance to Enigma or Creation E Parfum pour Homme. And it's odd that I say that. I don't even know if they share notes. They might, but I am getting that. But it's not as heavy-handed as the Enigma, which I have here as well. Full bottle of, and this is the first full bottle that I got from the House of Roja, and this started as a decant that I got, and I thought, well, no, I don't think I'll be doing anything like that. I don't think I'll be spending the money and getting a full bottle. But after trying the decant several times and being absolutely floored by the things that I could smell and the way it developed on my skin, I had to have it, and you can probably see how much I've actually gone through it already. Can't wait for a little bit warmer weather to rock this. This, however, the HAUTE LUXE really feels like it's got facets of everything. Can you wear this in every season and every occasion? Yeah, probably, I'd say so, because it's designed to be a signature scent after all. It's named after the dude who wanted to make it his signature scent, as the story goes. And I don't want to get into like stories and hearsay because no one's told me, like he hasn't reached out and said, hey, Raf, this is the story of how I came up with this. That's not happened. So everyone else who's like saying what they're saying about this fragrance at this point, I'd probably say is to just something to do with maybe marketing, maybe conjecture, I don't know. But what I do know, definitely all season, except for today, because today or tomorrow is going to be like 40 degrees here. I don't think I'd be rocking this at 40-degree heat. Actually, I might. I don't know. Indoors. Oh, for sure. Oh, man, that's getting better. It's actually kind of getting a bit sweet now. Sweet. What other imagery am I getting? Man, kind of a little bit lost for words. I don't think I've actually smelled anything that similar to this. I mean, it's familiar, I said, but not like this. Oh, this is pretty damn good. I'm hoping that well, I know that this is going to take a long time for it to sort of reach the base and really show its heart notes off. So I'm probably not going to continue the live stream. Yeah, I probably expect it to last for 12 plus hours as well. Thanks, Fragrance Photos. Hey, Callie, what's up? Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think I'm not going to live stream for like 12 hours. So yeah, I'd expect a bit more development as well for it to get to the base. Like right now, it feels like it's really just hitting the strides of the mid notes, and that image is coming together of all those broad sort of brushstrokes. Like I said, like I'll go back. The opening was this like boom, exciting sort of like firework explosion where you just like, oh, what the, like this, and it was just this shimmering cocoon of comfort and excitement with comfort. And then now the mids are sort of bringing, like that fades away quick, and then the mids are sort of bringing this image together of what's familiar and what's to come. And now it's actually getting a tad more sweeter and a little bit citric, and yeah, wow. All right. It's got an element of this in here. It's got an element of Enigma in here, and I'm surprised by that. I should actually check and see if they actually share notes. I'm not quite sure, but I promised. I said I wouldn't talk about notes, so I'm not going to do that. So there we are. And I don't really know how long I've been live streaming for. Maybe it's been a good 20 minutes or so, but I think that's a pretty good effort for my first time ever. It is midnight here in Australia, and I'm hoping to wear this a few more times and give it a full wearing, a few full wearings. As with all Rojas, they do take a long time for you to come around and actually let it open up as well. And because I think like I'm just introducing some air into this bottle, so I guess maybe this sort of sample needs to macerate as well. And yeah, and then get like my full review on it on my YouTube channel. Hey everybody, I do have a YouTube channel. If you are still watching this, please, link in the bio, go and subscribe, tell your friends if you have those, and tell your family if you have those. And yeah, it's free to subscribe. And yeah, by all means do that. And if enough people do it, then I might be able to get the YouTube money to pay for a full bottle of this and send out decants to everybody who helped. I don't know, just talking shit right now, but yeah, wow, amazing. I knew I wouldn't be disappointed. I'm not disappointed. I'm severely the opposite of disappointed right now. I'd say so. Damn. How would I wear this? I would probably wear this I'd feel like I want to dress this up, but I think I would even just wear this around the house just for me, just to like constantly sniff my arm. Because if I did this in public and I just like, went to the office and I chucked this on, I'd just probably be sitting there just like typing away, doing like that, and then be in meetings and just doing this. And everyone's like, what's wrong with Raf? What's happened to him? No, I'm kidding. Everybody that I work with already knows that I'm a fragrance addict, and so when I do rock up to work, everybody comes to my desk to to see what bottle I've brought and to smell it and get a spray of it. I'm definitely not taking this because I don't want anyone else to spray this. This is kind of like precious juice now. But then again, I do want to share it with others, and I will share it with others. Who wants a decant? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. If you're in Australia, maybe I can send you a little sample of it or something like that, because yeah, it's worthwhile sharing. And like I said, this is probably going to last 12 hours. So maybe I'll come back in the morning or midday, in midday, 12 hours from now, and sort of give you my my thoughts on where the dry down went, because I think I'm going to be awake for a little while longer at this point. So there we are. And I gotta say, at this point, I think we had a maximum of like 5 people watching the live in the one go, and that's 5 people more than what I was expecting. Yes, good. And that was my first impressions, an unboxing of HAUTE LUXE, the HAUTE LUXE. I say it like a Frenchie. HAUTE LUXE. And this fragrance is actually just simply called Roja, which is the name of the perfumer and the perfume house. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and look forward to, I don't know, posting more content about this and posting more content about all the other fragrances that I usually do. Appreciate everyone's support and hanging out with me at such a very weird time, because I just really didn't want anybody to watch. But you have been watching, and thank you very much. And I'll probably see you with a follow-up video for this. Cheers all, while I figure out how to end this live stream. I think you got to press this button, and ciao.